who's a member of the Maharashtra Task Force on COVID. The politics will continue to play itself out. How do these changes impact, in your view, India's vaccine program? And what do you think of the roadmap that Rahul Srivastava spoke about ensuring full vaccination for the population by the end of the year?
So Rahulji, thank you so much. I think we are, faltering and lagging behind in the vaccination program. So I welcome the Honorable Prime Minister to ensure that the vaccination is going to be made available in an equitable way to a larger population. And I hope that the 1 crore dose per day will be maintained and we can vaccinate the population at the earliest. Because the current need of the hour to counter this pandemic is to vaccinate, apart from COVID appropriate behavior. And therefore, I think, there has been a very good course correction. We welcome this, and it will be done quick and fast in the next 3 to 4 months so that we can mitigate and take the sting out of a potential probable third wave. So I completely welcome this, and I only hope and pray that we have sufficient stocks to saturate the population across the country, particularly the target geographies, as early as possible, as has been committed. And then we will be out of it for the end of this year, even if you are able to give 100 crore in vaccine.
Do you buy, Dr. Bagai, this argument put out by Sambit Patra that it's the states that prodded the government into taking this decision and they said, try karke dekh lete hain? Or do you think that the central government should have shown greater wisdom, because they're not obligated to listen to what Mamata Banerjee, Kejriwal and Rahul Gandhi say, and they never listen to them? So why then act on a patently bad suggestion, let India suffer for a month and go back saying it's your idea that we were trying itself out? Or do you think the central government needs to take responsibility for having made a wrong decision?
Good evening, Rahul. Good evening, everyone. I think in hindsight, if we dwell into it, all of us would be Einstein. This is one of the most difficult parts of the vaccination drive now, because it's purely looking at such large, humongous numbers. Just very quickly, I think the policy should always be a centralized economy of scale procurement. The rollout should be aggressive. We need to reach 200 crore total vaccinations by end of this year. So we have a simple mathematics of 180 days and 180 crore more jabs to give. As low cost as possible, preferably free. The pediatric vaccination trials are going on, hugely important because that's 40% of the Indian population. Intranasal vaccine can be a game changer. Price cap should be there. Private hospitals should not be charging excessive. And of course, to avoid hesitancy and to prevent all kinds of vaccine wastage. My only humble suggestion in this thing is, without getting into the politics, is no path can be a perfect path. I think every country has faltered because this is something which has taken the world's pants off, literally, so to say. And I think we need to be patient. We need to be collective. We need to show solidarity. It's very easy to criticize, Rahul. It's extremely easy to criticize. I was on another channel just 10 minutes before this. I'll just take 60 seconds, Rahul. And the kind of statements which the opposition parties were making, all what I can say is the words which were used, just to hear them, was disgraceful. This is not the time to be slinging mud at each other. What I would like is, the vaccine rollout, of course, has to go on very aggressively. What I would request is all the opposition parties form support groups, help the patients in need, make some comfort zones for patients. There is so many different ways in which we can reach out to them.
Let Pawan Khera respond to the point.